Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail and continuing with partaking in everything that 4.25 patch 7.25 has to offer. Alongside me for the ride are Arya Stormborn.
Where?
Lord Fireaxe.
Over there.
Corlat and Corlash.
Nowhere.
Arya, are you in? Yeah, you're in Tulialal, yeah? Okay, you're in a different instance than us. Okay.
Come on. I saw Carissa.
We're in instance 2. Anyways, today we are going to be partaking in the newest, what do we usually call this? Like, exploration?
Thing.
Yeah.
We're doing the newest thing.
Yeah, we are going to be doing the Occult Crescent starting today. I don't know what to expect from this, so yeah, we're just gonna wing it like we always do. As soon as Arya gets here, we'll start.
There they are.
There she is. All right, without further ado, let's get right down to it with the quest, One Last Hurrah. You're Chris, aren't you? Just the man I was after, as it happens. Old Kattenrom asked me what's finding you. Then he's got a proposition for you. Stay right here, I'll go fetch him.
No.
Apologies for calling you like this. I was hoping we could parley before you took leave of Tulialal. I'll cut right to the chase. I want you on board for me final expedition. Before I get into the particulars, allow me to spin a quick yarn. These days, any Eorzean sailor worth their salt bound for Toral will take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep.
Okay.
My game frickin' lagged again. Give it a second. Nope, it's gonna... there we go. Back when maps of the realm were nothing but blank parchment past Vilbrand, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. The crew and I reached Toral on account of us ranging northward, avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. I had a notion to solve its mysteries on behalf of me fallen comrades. After arriving on these shores, the land, not the sea, that promised adventurers new. Once I'd settled here and disbanded the expedition, I never did get the opportunity. Then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer, began to wonder. Aye. Something told me that with your help I'd finally shed light on the mystery of those accursed waters. So, how about it? You join this old explorer on one final jaunt? It'd be my honor.
You had me at mystery.
I knew I could count on you. Truth be told, even before Galo Jar Jar asked me to watch over Kona and Wuklamat, yet I'd never sail again. Any road, since the player were wise to me worrying, so I laid it all bare. And you say the mystery of Shade's Triangle has haunted you since? The region of which you speak is an impediment to trade with foreign nations. Any effort to unravel its secrets would ultimately benefit Tuliolal. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get. Especially if you're hoping to get Chris involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his old friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Tanqua. I'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we put a few moms between us and the harbor. Ship is ready and waiting. Had a sent over from Limsub especially. You ready? Speak with old fine guy over on the pier. Rogany names for the win.
Woo.
All right, let's do it. Chris, I presume? Captain Rom told me all about you. The name's Onfangheim, navigator by trade. They say Shade's Triangle is racked with storms year round, but a closer look at the chart will tell you that it ain't strictly true. For a brief season, the sky's clear and the sea's calm. Hence why the old explorer's eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of clambering into this little rowboat. We're not rowing all the way to Shade's Triangle. Our vessel's waiting out beyond the shallows. Any road, when you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. Coming, are ya? There's the lass. Right. Ready to plot a course for what is unknown, are ye? Let's go. Don't know whether to respect your mettle or question your sanity, but welcome aboard. Shade's Triangle, here we come.
The question of sanity. It's always question of sanity.
Hey, it's some blue-footed boobies.
Ooh, people.
Plain sailing thus far. Maybe time to talk about our destination. Shade's Triangle is a churning mess of storms. Every time a vessel goes missing on the region, most blame the treacherous conditions. But hear this. There are records of the last ships seeking to chart those waters. The message they relayed to their escort is passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isles sighted in vicinity. Potential safe haven during storms, attempting to make a landfall. They never made it back to port, despite the calm seas. Dogs have taken to calling the island the occult crescent ever since. They say it's not but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it. Everyone on board knows the risks involved on a voyage like this. There ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense. Aye, whiff of mystery, promise of new discoveries hard to resist. Right in thinking the same applies to you, adventurer. Anyhow, why don't you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you got the mesh out of the folks, right? Risking their hides along with you, come find me. I'm gonna start with the expedition surveyor. This is my first trip to these waters. I've sailed close to Shade's Triangle to survey the weather at many a time. Only on the clearest days, the sea's flat as grass, do you get a glimpse of the isle. It looks unremarkable from a distance. That's exactly what the poor bastards who went missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer peek, curious as I was. When I heard Kettenram was leading an expedition to the heart of the triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I've still got me reservations. When I think of whatever's waiting for us in those waters, the excitement that wins out.
Expedition Secretary? My grandfather once sailed with Kettenram. He was right there with them when they first made landfall in Taral. But it wasn't Taral they were aiming for. They left Eorzea westward bound for Hingashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Once they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Kettenram is life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course.
Prospector? This isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No. Solving the Isle Seagulls will be worth more than any glittering trinkets. And if we can open up safe passage to the island, potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boon to foreign trade that would bring. All of which to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. And last, the Provisioner. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we've enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we're all wishing we'd steered clear of. There's one fellow we're all wishing we'd steered clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to launch one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the withdrawal set about drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he'd drained dry. Well, I think we can all guess who that fucker is.
Could be any of them.
Oh no. No, there is one person who we know is the biggest drunkard on the fucking planet.
Yes, I know.
In all
It's Chris.
I'm not drunk. Anyway, looks like you had a good chat with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. Close-knit crew is indispensable out on the open sea. I know there's talk about me fates in reaching Taral. Truth, couldn't have done it without me fellow explorers. Whenever the winds might take us, I consider it me duty to get us all there and back in one piece. Right, we enter in Shade Triangle any moment now. Lock shop. Land ho! Hold steady. Sail straight for her.
Aye, aye.
Where's that blasted island? We just had it in our sights. Land spotted off the starboard stern.
What? Don't tell me we careened right past it.
Get this hulk turned around. Watch it disappear again. Lost sight of the damn thing again. Shifting Mirage was right on the money. The isle itself was moving, visibly surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon. Something's messing with our perception. He deserved. Heed my call. Deserved or not, onwards we sail. What are you talking to? Strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. What in that? I've lost control of the rudder! It's like something's wriggling us in! Gods! Couldn't be the island, right? Oh dear. How's the hull looking?
No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast. Almost as if we've dropped anchor.
Perfectly docked and without a single scratch. There ain't a helmsman alive who could have managed that.
If here she'll end up like that if we don't... Here she'll end up like that if we try and shift her.
Reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trap 2, most likely. Heh! Magic right to our destination. I just stroke of luck if you ask me. Well, there's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway.
All right, let's talk to Kedin Ram.
Everybody else already ahead of me, or?
No.
It's me, or does the guy kind of look like Chris Christopherson a little bit?
Don't know who that is, so... Sure.
I forget who that is.
Okay. Shame on you.
I'm terrible for names, though, so I might know the person. I still don't recognize the name.
Oh no, that was towards him, not you.
It's always
The
towards
captain,
me.
you mean? Do you mean the captain?
Yeah.
Not really.
Alright, let's talk to Ketan Ram. The voice you had on the ship. Starting to wonder whether that wasn't some kind of summons. Glad to have you as us regardless. And again I lag.
Like this game hates me today.
Probably deserved.
I'll give it a minute. There we go.
The game knows you use naughty mods that would make Yoshi P cry.
I'm not using mods, though. I'm using vanilla.
No, in general you do.
I don't use naughty mods anyway. Anyways, as for the island itself, assumed it was uninhabited. Certainly wasn't expecting to come across this phantom village. Like as not, there's some sort of ward incompetent in the island to keep us here. That said, chance ethereal currents could circumvent the ward, assuming you can tap into one. Maybe worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Any road. Much as I'd like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, better secure the perimeter first. Oh, and I thought I'd give you a journal to jot down your findings along the way. Figure there's more than a few folks out there who'd appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill those pages, give them something to sink their teeth into. If you wish to return to Tulialal at any point during expedition, interact with the ethereal current by the moored ship. The corresponding current at High Tide Harbor facilitates travel back to the Occult Crescent. And we've unlocked the Occult Record. And the collection has expanded. The Occult Record is now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the record as you explore the Occult Crescent. Ketenram Blaufistin has been added to the Occult Record. Yeah, I'll read that later. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let's continue. Odd. Not a single soul about. No use pondering, though. Better take a look around while Fengeim stands guard. Long as the ship's safe, so are all the provisions on board. That means one less worry while we're getting our bearings. Let me know if you find anything of interest. Now, normally I would do all of this as Gunbreaker, but I've been hearing talk lately about floor tanking. A lot of floor tanking.
A lot of floor tanking?
Yeah, in Occult Crescent. Anyway, I'm gonna start in the north at this survey point. Occult Record 2, the Phantom Village has been added to the Occult Record. Q. Here's another vantage point. 2 shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay. No doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. Judging from their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. All right. Overgrown building. The foliage choking the building and the overall state of decay suggests it has been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. Ooh, faintly glowing stone. Likely carved by skilled hands, this ether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It is unclear whether the stone emits light naturally or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. You have finished investigating the area. Cat and Ram will be keen to know of your findings. Guessing you're no closer to solving the Isle's mysteries either. Looking at these structures, I'd say this settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone. I was half hoping to find a few survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, this building in particular took me interest. Managed to force the lock. I don't really think I make a habit of breaking locks and general skullduggery. Other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we? A tomb. Great. Yeah, this ain't creepy at all.
Don't worry, I'm sure nothing will happen.
Oh, it'll be just fine.
Sarcophagus, do you reckon? I wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickery afoot. These candles aren't being kept alight by natural means. That's for damn sure. Just as I thought. Experience tells me a ward like this will have us jumping through hoops to dispel it. Only he deserved may lay claim. Let me see what I can do. Not sure which is the more confounding mystery. The magic touch or this god's-forsaken rock we're standing on. It's a tonberry! A tonberry!
Yes,
Of course
it is.
it is.
It's kind of weird, but I was kind of expecting a Tonberry when we got here.
Ah, thoroughly refreshing.
No idea.
Raring to go. And who might you two be?
Wasn't expecting the common tongue.
You take me for some benighted fool? Ah, but perhaps a valid supposition given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Hurry up and introduce yourselves.
I'm Chris Valentine, adventurer by trade.
Oh, Chris, is it? Those keen, searching eyes of yours. Clearly, you have an inquisitive mind like no other. Save my own, that is.
I'm Captain Ram, explorer hailing from Lintel Mensa. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuliolal.
Limzala what now? Tuliolal? I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about their peoples and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. I think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuliolal founded?
I'm giving him an entire history lesson for some reason. The
Why not?
7th astral era! I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me as you see and promptly fell into a deep slumber. Memory serves. Such a plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th astral era. That didn't mean you've been asleep for more than 1,500 years. That would explain why I feel so rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what has become of the Isle. Hold up. Can't we cure him of his affliction? I mean, seriously. We researched it near the end of the frickin' Scholar quest.
Maybe. Depends how strong his version is compared to what that guy had.
Yeah.
I certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed of algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. And this strange ether I sense pervading the island. Could it be a ward of sorts? The noggin's still foggy after that eons-long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things. The name of every battle, the weight of all the riches in the world to the ons. I was a wise man, gushing font of knowledge. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you on your endeavors. Perhaps in the course of your adventure, your memories will come flooding back. Seeing as there's nothing in this settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earn their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the isle from our newfound co-conspirator. Alright, we are going to take a quick break and we will be back with more. And the archive has been added to the occult record. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided. See you in a bit.